This is supposed to be a relaxing holiday cruise.
Problem, Mr. Matson?
The problem is we can't get any beer downstairs.
Right here, senor.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
But soon things get out of hand.
You're messing with him, I can see it.
He's the one who's messing with me. Look, if you can't handle it, you're out of here, okay? Fine!
Now stranded with a total stranger, she must survive by any means possible.
So you mad at me too?
No. Fine, be a good wife. What do I care? He doesn't have to know what you do anyway. I won't say anything.
You promise you won't say anything?
You want some more juice?
Hey, maybe next time I can make you a whole feast so I can get a decent kiss.
Before we start, please do not forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. The film opens with an intriguing scene of a girl battling for survival on a remote island. How did she end up there? Let's go back and uncover the events that led to her predicament. We go back in time to meet 4 people headed to an island known for its seafood. Among them is Jack, a very rich man, traveling with his wife Jennifer. Along with them are 2 crew members, Manuel, who works for the captain, and Manny, who knows these waters well and is also the captain of the ship. Just before the boat sets sail, Manuel's girlfriend Maria arrives to tell him she's pregnant. But instead of joy, things turn ugly when Manuel denies being the father. She hits Manuel, and in response, he hits her back, a scene witnessed by the group. Furious, Maria warns him that his lies will have consequences before storming off. Tensions continue to build as the cruise starts. At dinner, Jack, who is arrogant and looks down on others due to his wealth, clashes with Manuel. But Manuel, uninterested in confrontation, simply goes away to read a book. Later that night, Manuel listens to the couple having a good time in the room next to him with his frustration evident. Meanwhile, back home, Maria is shown performing a dark, mysterious ritual, hinting at something sinister in store. About that time, Manuel suddenly notices his nose starts bleeding mysteriously that night. He easily brushes it off. The next morning, the tension between him and Jack escalates into another argument. The captain gets involved, warning Manuel to behave, or he'll lose his job. Angry and fed up, Manuel quits on the spot. In his frustration, he accidentally tosses a handkerchief onto the ship's gas stove, which leads to a fire. The crew is unaware as the fire slowly spreads. By the time they realize, it's too late. Everyone scrambles for the lifeboats, but a storm separates them. Back to the present, Jennifer finds herself alone on an island, devastated and confused. That is her reality when the movie started. Meanwhile, she sits by the sea reflecting on what to do next. Soon, she saw a body floating close to the shore. It was the captain's lifeless body. Manuel, who also survived, then joins her. Together, they build a shelter and try to survive by catching fish. They also try to keep each other warm by sleeping close. A bond begins to form between them, and Manuel teaches Jennifer how to swim. For a while, they work together as a solid team. One day when Manuel goes out to catch some food, he finds Jack, who also survived the wreck, stranded on a reef. Jennifer is overjoyed to see her husband again, but Jack isn't pleased with how close she and Manuel have become. Jack, always wanting control, reveals he has a lighter, which means they can finally start a fire and cook proper meals. But despite this, Jack's distrust of Manuel grows. He starts making strange accusations and verbally abuses him. Eventually, Jack moves out of their shared shelter, setting up a separate camp and kicking Manuel out. This angers Jennifer, but Jack remains stubborn, even going as far as to tell her to stay away from Manuel. With time, things only worsen. One day, Jack and Manuel get into a heated argument, and Jack, using his wealth as leverage, belittles Manuel, saying people like him should know their place. Manuel responds by refusing to share food with Jack. Jennifer, who knows Jack can't survive on his own, feels torn. She stays with Jack out of loyalty but watches him struggle, unable to catch fish or provide for himself. Manuel, meanwhile, continues to eat well, which makes Jennifer feel guilty. Despite her loyalty to Jack, her hunger becomes unbearable. Manuel, seeing her suffer, offers her food, and though hesitant at first, Jennifer accepts. She promises Manuel that Jack won't find out, and at the end, gives him a peck on the cheek. As they grow closer, Jack begins to suspect something is going on between them. One day, his frustration reaches a boiling point. Desperate to prove his worth, he steals Manuel's glasses, hoping they'll help him catch fish. But the theft only deepens the hostility. When Manuel realizes what's happened, he's furious and gets his spear to confront Jack, ready to kill him. Jennifer steps in to stop the attack, but things quickly get heated up and both lose control. That was when Manuel and Jennifer had their first intimacy. Immediately, Jack returned with a fish he had caught. He sensed something was amidst, especially when he had anticipated Manuel's fury when he returned with his glasses, but instead, Manuel was very calm. That was when he realized what had happened. Jack decided that was the last straw and dragged Jennifer to Manuel's tent to hand her over to him. Then he decided to leave their camp. As days go by, Manuel and Jennifer's bond grows stronger, much to Jack's dismay, who was watching them from afar. Jack, meanwhile, becomes more isolated and paranoid, now that he is convinced that Manuel had slept with his wife. He stays away from the two, planning how to get back at them. 5 months pass, and the group remains stranded. Jack, having finally learned how to fend for himself, makes a pair of glasses and starts catching fish. One day, while diving, he discovers a boat submerged in the water. This boat represents their chance at escape, but Jack doesn't want to share his discovery with Manuel. He begins working on the boat in secret, hoping to leave Manuel behind. However, when Jennifer learns of Jack's plan, she suggests to Manuel that they steal the boat and escape together. But Jack overhears them plotting and is prepared to stop them. The next day, when they noticed that Jack was going off to find food, Jennifer and Manuel tried to take the boat. Unfortunately, their escape attempt goes horribly wrong. The boat starts sinking, and they realize that Jack had tricked them into stealing the boat so that they would drown in the sea. They barely make it back to shore. When they returned, Jack was waiting for them. He attacks Manuel with a spear and kidnaps Jennifer, leaving Manuel wounded and sick. He was forced to escape into the waters. That night, Manuel musters his remaining strength to rescue Jennifer. He engages Jack in a growling fight once more, and he once again comes out badly hurt at the end. However, Manuel was able to rescue Jennifer, and they both ran off into the woods. The next day, Jack confronts them again, throwing a spear at Manuel while Jennifer tries to shield him. At the same time, back home, Maria, who has been practicing dark magic, performs a voodoo ritual that seals Manuel's fate. As Manuel tries to finish Jack off, he accidentally impales himself on Jack's spear and dies. 1 year later, a boat arrives at the island. The family on the boat finds Jennifer, who is still heartbroken over Manuel's death. Jack is out fishing, so she decides to leave by herself. She leaves the island with them, ignoring Jack's desperate cries as he catches a glimpse of the boat leaving. He's left behind, finally alone and helpless. His fate remains uncertain as the movie ends. If you like this video, please consider subscribing to the channel and give this video a like. Also, check out these other videos.